OUA Women's Quarterfinal matchup between the McMaster Marauders and the Queens Gales. I'm Liam Dunlop alongside Kyle Ryan. We'll hear from Christine Midgley in just a little bit. But McMaster, they've been on a very impressive win streak, and they're taking on a very tough Queens squad.
Yes, McMaster's won 5 games entering this playoff quarterfinal matchup, but they're playing Queens, who's fresh off a dominating victory in the qualifying round against Laurentian. They won 70-45 and just in a very dominating fashion. So, I mean, both teams really want it, and a berth in this Final Four, they'll play the winner of Carleton or Windsor.
Both of these teams will have a very tough matchup. McMaster top 8 in virtually every statistical category in the OUA. They're first in the OUA in free throw percentage, assists per game, fouls per game, and opposing three-point percentage. Second in the OUA in field goals made per game and blocks per game. And third in the OUA in points per game, field goal percentage, steals per game, and points per game allowed. And Queens is also top 5 in the OUA, defensive rebounds per game, total rebounds per game, points per game allowed, and field goals made per game. But Queens has a very short bench. They only play about 6 players, and they play over 20 minutes per game. And those players have over 8 points per game or more.
And when you look at Queens in their qualifying game against Laurentian, they struggled from beyond the arc, only hitting 20% of their shots. So that's something they're going to want to work on if they want to be successful in this game.
We will be right back after the rendition of O Canada.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Beautiful rendition of O Canada there. And as we said, McMaster, they're coming in 15-4. They're 8th in all the CIS, so very top squad in Ontario. And as we see there, Coach Burns. There's a check for the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation. Beautiful work by McMaster, the Department of Athletics and Recreation, as Coach Burns, not a 1 but 2-time breast cancer survivor.
Wow.
Very respectful ceremony for her. But now into the game we go. And the player to watch for the McMaster Marauders is obviously, it's been her for the last 3 years, Danielle Boyaga.
Yes, she's 3rd in the OUA, averaging 15.9 points per game. And she plays an average of 31 minutes a game, so you know she's out there grinding a lot. She shoots 42% from the field and 35 from beyond the arc, so very strong player, someone who's been there for the Marauders a long time, and she was a 2014 OUA All-Star.
Claire Kenny as well has finally come out of the shadow of Haley Milligan, who is an outstanding big for McMaster the last 4 years. And she has had an excellent year so far, placing in the top 5 in the OUA in field goal percentage. She's actually 2nd in that, and rebounds per game and blocks. But we can't forget about Jenny Wright for Queens, and also Robin Pearson, who's an absolute menace on the boards.
Oh, she's crazy on the board. She averages 10.8 rebounds a game, which leads the OUA. So look for her to be dominant down low and grab those boards, which are a huge factor in a game like this. You don't want to give a team like McMaster, who's so successful shooting the ball, a second chance.
The winner of this one will face the winner of Carleton and Windsor, 2 of the top women's squads in all of Ontario. So the starters for this one, for the Marauders, Danielle Boyaga, number 3. Number 5, Hillary Hanukkah. Number 10, Rachel Holmes. Number 15, Claire Kenny, as we talked about in the open. And number 23, Siobhan Manning. Starting for the Gales, Number 5, Emily Hazlitt. Number 7, Abby Dixon. Number 14, Andrea Priamo. Number 15, Robin Pearson, who wins the tip there. And number 21, Jenny Wright, who will be the point guard for the Gales. We are underway here.
These two teams met on November 20th. The Gales beat McMaster 65-50, but as a broadcaster and as a coach, everyone knows the regular season gets thrown out the window as soon as the playoff season comes around.
Hazlitt travels on the first possession of the game for the Gales, and Boyago to inbound. Boyago and Siobhan Manning, both very veteran backcourt. Hanukkah, who's just really got to find her groove this year, and Rachel Holmes.
Very good defense by the Gales here to start off this game.
And taken away, Jenny Wright all the way. Kenny wisely does not foul, doesn't want to get into early foul trouble so far, and Wright will take that all day long.
Very good defense by Wright on Boyago there, not giving her any room.
Manning attempts the 3, that does not go, and Priyama with the strong rebound. Priyama right side, Dixon. Dixon's going all the way. Feeds outside Hazlitt. Corner jumper, no good. Rebound taken down by Boyago.
Very nice work by Queens there as they drive and then they find Hazlitt in the corner who likes to shoot, so a very strong look there.
Off the miss, Dixon wide open layup for the Gales. 4-0, a minute and a half into this one.
And the 2 buckets for the Gales have been quick, fast break, points off turnover. They get the ball and they push it up the court fast.
Boyago cannot hit the contested left-hand layup. They're going to say last touch off the Marauders. So not a good start for McMaster and a great start for Queens so far.
Yeah, if you're Queens, that's what you want to capitalize on. Hazlitt missed the open look, but you want to put pressure on players like Boyago who, once they get going, they're going to be hard to stop.
Hazlitt with the stop pop, but misses it to the right, and Hanukkah is off and running. Let's see if Boyago can get that 3-point stroke going. She loves to catch and shoot. Inside to Kenny. Kenny keeps the ball nice and high. Hanukkah right side. Hanukkah with the jumper, and that's good. That's a very deep 2.
Nice look, but a very smooth shot right there.
Hazlitt calling out plays. Hanukkah with the wingspan on her. Jenny Wright corner 3, she loves it there, and it's good.
What a shot there. That one looked so nice and almost went through the net without even touching it. It was that nice of a shot.
Manning, Boyago, cross court. That's Rachel Holmes. Too much on that, and Queens is all over the rebounds. Crashing the boards, as they call it.
Queens very strong down low with Pearson and Priamo, so that's something McMaster's gonna have to overcome.
Another corner 3 attempt by Hazlitt, and that's no good. An awkward collision as Hanukkah was trying to box out. I think that's Pearson. Substitutions on the floor for Queens, as we see Miriam Fontaine and Marianne O'Leary in the floor.
That's what Queens likes to do. They have players that they feel confident in coming off the bench, so look for them to put them in key situations to give their starters a much needed rest.
Kenny wanted the ball inside, but Manning will cut baseline. She gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Nice play there to get past Hazlitt, who was very strong on defense. Didn't let her really get around, but then at the end, it looked like she just cut the corner well, and Hazlitt was left trailing behind and fouled her then.
Rachel Holmes will take a seat for Linnea Harper. Manning's first one is too strong off the back rim. Second one's missed as well, but she goes and gets her own rebound, and she gets fouled again. Great work by Manning, who's always the heart of this lineup.
You see her there work so hard to get down and get that ball. As just shows how much they wanted, and she got a couple foul shots there, and they get the ball right back. So see how hard this McMaster team is going to work.
Boyago gets the handoff from Kenny, and she hits the mid-range jumper from the free throw line extended.
Expect to see a lot more of that. Once she gets an open look, she doesn't hesitate. She likes to put it up right away. She's very successful.
Larry hands it off, has it up top. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Andrea Polishchuk on defense. Ball's thrown inside. Kenny gets thrown around, and Pearson with a nice finish.
Pearson so strong down low. Nice pass there. It was very tight opening, but Fontaine saw it. She found Pearson, who fought and got the nice bucket to go.
Good read by Boyago, and she chucks one up. That's too short. That was a very deep triple, and Hazlitt is off and running.
Looked a little forced there. She wasn't as open as she'd like to be, but you know she likes to shoot, so she's not going to turn up an opportunity like that.
Fontaine, who's another big, hands it off. And unfortunately, O'Leary cannot get it in. Nice cross up by Harper. Going outside, Polishchuk for three. No, uses a lot of legs on her shot. Strong rebound by Fontaine, who's the tallest player on either team at 6'2".
And you saw that rush by McMaster. They're going to look to capitalize on the fast break. They caught Queens' defense off guard there. So look for them to capitalize on the fast break as much as they can.
Pearson missed the open jumper as Siobhan Manning has the ball go right through her hands. Two starters back on the field. Abby Dixon and Priamo. Kenny and Manning will take a seat. Hanukkah back on the floor to go along with Ali Schweitzer, who's another tall big for McMaster. Has it up top, right side. O'Leary quick passing in. Missed layup by Priamo, and good work by Schweitzer to get fouled. But very low scoring contest so far. Queens 9, McMaster 4, just under 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
You saw on that last Queens possession, very strong defense by the Marauders. You see Linnea Harper close out very fast, not giving them an open look or an open lane at all.
Hanukkah goes inside, Boyago keeps it nice and high. Polishchuk, great passing by the Marauders, and great finish by Harper.
Great ball movement there. As when you move the ball that quickly, you're often going to find an open look most of the time.
Tipped out by Polishchuk, but handled, and then Polishchuk ends up with the ball. She's got very long legs, and she's going to rush. Nice pump fake by Hanukkah. Boyago gets her man in the air. And nice work and nice finish. Same exact spot as their first one.
McMaster with a couple of quick points here, and right back in this one as Queens leads 9-8, and that's what McMaster likes to get doing. They like to play fast, and once they get that fast break working and they catch Queens off guard, and that's when they get their nice open looks for Boyago.
Good block there by Harper as they tried to feed it inside to Priamo. A couple more substitutions on the floor. Jenny Wright back in the game, and also number 13, Nicole Morse, will see her way. O'Leary pump fakes up, misses the layup. Polishchuk is off. Hanukkah, Harper thinking about doing something, going baseline, sends it outside. Good passing, Hanukkah for three, air ball. Good hustle by Polishchuk, but not to the right player. O'Leary's off. Wide open Jenny Wright. Rattles out and no. Good strong work by Schweitzer, and that foul will go against Priamo. Schweitzer's been great defensively so far, getting the fouls called.
You see that Jenny Wright is not afraid to shoot the ball at all. She got in her hands there. Two players closed out on her fast, and she still got the shot off, and very close as it rattled out of the net.
Lexi Spadafora in the game as she has the ball right here.
See, Queens is in a very active zone right now, jumping around, moving their hands.
Boyago found the open spot. She missed. Spatafora is hustling with the ball. Ball's on the floor, and they're going to say last touch off of her. But good work off the bench of Spatafora. That's what McMaster has, a lot of spark plugs that come in and just give their all. As you see them fighting, it definitely was a last touch off Spatafora's right hand.
And you see how strong Robin Pearson is for the Gales down low. You saw she leads the OUA in rebounds, and she's a fierce one down low.
Yeah. Here's right, cutting left. She likes to take any shot. She gives it off to O'Leary. Ball's tipped up and taken down by Schweitzer. Boyago one-on-one. Moves outside to Harper. Harper takes another jumper, and that's good. Good looking work by Linnea Harper.
That was fantastic defense right there by Abby Dixon to get in Boyago's way and not let her get anything, but on a 2-on-1 like that, nice finish by Harper.
Larry's been touching the ball. Main point guard, it seems. Pearson, double teamed. She's gonna back down, right hand hook, miss, but she's gonna go to line for 2 shots. And it's scary seeing Robin Pearson go to work and have another player that's over 6 foot, Andrea Priamo down low as well for Queens. It's very scary to see, and it's very rare to see in women's CIS basketball that you have 2 main bigs.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we just talked about how strong she is defensively. You see her work offensively. She had 3 Marauders around her, and she still found a way to get to the rim, and now she's at the line for 2.
First one's missed right.
1 left for Pearson.
71% shooter at the line is Robin Pearson.
She didn't make it to the line in the qualifying game against Laurentian, which is pretty shocking for someone like that. Still played 26 minutes that game, so for her not to get to the line is pretty shocking.
Splits the free throws. Holmes just gets it across. Just the return pass. Spatafora. Kenny with the jumper. She didn't really have full possession in her hands. It slipped right out when she was going for that long-range jumper, which is her game.
Yeah, you saw right there that the ball didn't really have control and she still put it up, but here comes McMaster.
Hanukkah cannot hit the jumper. Scramble inside Hazlitt. Hazlitt's trying to call it. Go baseline. We saw that in practice, but she cannot finish this time.
For the past minute or so, it's been back and forth action here at the Burge Gymnasium.
Lots of misses back and forth.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where you get your transition game, your fast break game. Off a miss, you just push, try and catch the other team off guard.
Hanukkah's gonna have to pull one up. She actually passes it out. 1 second on, throws it up, nice floater.
Beautiful touch there by Hanukkah.
Under a minute remaining, McMaster gets the lead now, 12-10. Right inside Pearson. Pearson swings it out. Hazlitt chucks up the awkward shot. She misses. And the ball gets touched out of bounds by the Gales. A couple substitutions on the floor for McMaster. Number 11, Yelena Mamich and Siobhan Manning see their way back in the game.
35 seconds left on the clock here, and like you said, very low scoring game. Both teams haven't been able to find their shot, but working hard defensively.
Jumper taken down. Kenny hits the deck. And Wright runs over Rachel Holmes, but they're going to call that a travel instead of a charge, so that's kind of a good work by Rachel Holmes, but not to get the foul, so Jenny Wright won't be in foul trouble so far.
I mean, for Holmes, the heads-up play there, such smart thinking to see her running with her head down. She was looking back at the ball, and Holmes just got her body there and caught right off guard as she traveled.
4 on the clock for Manning to do something with. She gets cut off. Jab step, Chuck. Good work by the Gales defensively. but great work both ways defensively as the score is 12-10 for McMaster over Queens. Christine has something for us. What do you got for us, Christine?
Thanks, guys. Coming in, we knew this game would be close. You have two teams with very similar records. McMaster on a winning streak, and Queens fresh off their win against in the qualifying match. Now, we're already seeing some hustle on the court. These girls are neck and neck. There's no question they will not be going home without a fight. Liam, Kyle, back to you.
Thank you very much, Christine. And fighting is what they have been doing, especially defensively, seeing the give up the body to get hit, but not a lot of great work. There has been wide open layups for both sides and just no makes. And the long range shooting is not up to par so far, but it's only the first quarter, a little bit of nerves going both ways.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to the OUA playoffs, the CIS playoffs, everything has to come together. Playing so tough defensively, when your shots don't fall, you gotta work extra hard on the defensive end of things, which both teams are doing.
As a look at the stat sheet, the leading scorer on either side is Jenny Wright with only 5 points. Only 3 scores so far for McMaster. Boyago, Hanukkah, and Harper each with 4. And both teams not shooting well. Queens only 23% and McMaster only 33. So not great stat sheets either way. And the coaches aren't going to be too pleased looking at that coming into the second quarter, but things have got to change.
Yeah, and when you look at the team shooting beyond the arc, McMaster is 0 for 6 from beyond the arc, and Queens is 1 for 5. So that's something that they're going to improve on going through this game. And you look at rebounds, both teams pretty even. McMaster with 12 and Queens with 11.
Up top is Kenny. Quick move into Manning. Kenny trying to set a pick, but Manning gets trapped, and good work by Wright. Wright picks it up. She's going to pass it out left. Awkward looking shot, but Wright gets the rebound.
It's another missed three-point attempt there. So, I mean, even though they're struggling from beyond the arc right now, they're going to stop. They're going to go there as much as they can whenever they have the open look.
Missed by Wright, but there is Robin Pearson, as we said, one of the top rebounders in all the CIS, finishing with the right hand on the putback.
She has 3 rebounds right now and 5 points. So, I mean, 5 points right now is a lot when both teams only have 12.
Boyago cannot get the three-pointer to go. And Wright is off and running. Way over everyone's head. Almost hit somebody in the crowd. Not a great pass there by Wright, but that happens sometimes when you're trying to rush the play.
Yeah, that's the 5th turnover for the Gales in this game so far. Wright has 2 of them, so that's something you want to cut down on definitely, especially with such a low-scoring game. Turnovers are what come back to bite you in the end.
Harper, no look pass to Boyago. What a great shovel pass by Boyago. Gets it back. Quick passing. Hanukkah for 3. No good. Kenny's there. She finishes. So both the big rebounders on either team getting their team back into it with a putback.
It's a huge offensive rebound there for Kenny. Both teams struggling from beyond the arc like we said, but when you can work down low, get that offensive board and put it back for 2, it's definitely going to help your team out a lot.
Fontaine can't handle the left-hand hook there as Boyle goes off. She has the whole lane, kicks it out. Great defense by Pearson. So she doesn't just do it on the board, she can do it with her hands as well.
Very strong on both sides of the court, and you saw there Hazlitt and Wright were back on defense, and it was like a 1-on-2 for Boyago, and there was a seam in between the 2 of them, but I think that's what they wanted to make it seem like. Then you saw Wright and Hazlitt close that gap immediately, forcing a pass by Boyago.
Boyago all the way, finishes with the left hand. Nice little scoop shot.
So impressive. They're so fast and goes up so strong with her left hand.
And there's a steal by Boyago as well. Manning has Hanukkah with her, but she gives it off to Harper, and she can't hit the jumper. And great work by both players. Priamo left the ball a little bit low, but it's possession to Queens.
Looks like
16-12 for McMaster.
Looked like Harper kind of rushed that shot a bit, as there wasn't many people around her, and she put it up. But great effort to go back down and force the jump ball. As now you know, next jump ball, the arrow is in favor of Mac.
A nice mid-range shot by Robin Pearson. Knocks that one down with relatively no ease.
It's her 7th point of the game so far. Half of the Gales' points have come from Pearson.
Good takeaway by Dixon. Priamo pump fakes twice, goes up into Kenny, misses, and then rattles it home off the backboard.
Good look there from Priamo in the high post. Lots of options when you're in that high post. You can swing it out to anyone, but she worked hard and made a nice move to go in and get the 2 to tie this one up at 16.
Harper shows on the high post. Boyago gets it swatted out of bounds. Robin Pearson again says, "Get out of my house."
Such a threat down low. You look at the replay, and
wow,
Boyago went up and Pearson was just like, not today.
Andrea Polishchuk will see her way back into the game for McMaster. She takes off Linnea Harper. Emily Hazlitt back on the floor for Queens as well. Boyago so open as she got the flyby.
What a nice move there on that inbounds play. She ran in, stopped herself, cut back, caught right off guard, got the ball, and then the pump fake got the Queens Gales defender to jump out of their shoes, and she had the open look for 2.
Larry misses, but look who's there again. Robin Pearson with another putback. She is an absolute beast. Wide open jumper for Hanukkah, too strong, but Boyago's there, but tips it out of bounds. She cannot retrieve. Good block out by Priamo.
But great play by Boyago down low to fight for that board, because if that ball just would have went out, it still would have been Queen's ball. So great effort to fight and give a great effort to try and grab that one.
Hazlitt has it up top, gives it inside, why not? But Priamo cannot finish on the hook shot. Hanukkah cuts back, gives it to Manning. Manning likes to put her head down, and she gets blocked. Another big block from Robin Pearson coming out of nowhere.
Pearson just down low in the paint, taking another look at it.
Ooh, that's a foul.
Yeah, she got all arm right there, but I mean,
if the ref doesn't see it, it doesn't have to.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw it in slow motion too. It's a lot easier when we're sitting down and watching the screen, and tough job out there for the refs.
Holmes has it, 10 on the shot clock, 6 minutes on the game clock.
Now, if you're McMaster, this is your time to capitalize. When Robin Pearson is on the bench, she's been so dominant offensively and defensively, scoring half of the Gales' points. So this is when you're going to want to take advantage of her not being on the court.
Boyago got fouled by Hazlitt, so they'll get a fresh 14-second shot clock. But Danielle Boyago, she's really been a spark plug for McMaster so far. Let's take a look at some of her season stats. Just a little bit of technical difficulties in the truck, so we'll get those in just a little bit. But Danielle Boyago, she's been loving that mid-range shot, and we saw that little scoop play as well.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at her, it's how she gets open too. I mean, when that inbounds play happened, let's take a look at her stats. 284 points on the year, 68 assists, and she shoots about 73% from the free throw line. And it's not even just her stats, it's how quick she is. And she makes getting open look easy. It's just on the inbounds play. She just did a little cut, a little stop and start, and got open. And then her pump fake. Her pump fake is so smooth. It gets the defenders jumping out of their shoes.
The thing that's with her pump fake is her shot is a very classic looking jump shot. So she can pump fake so easily and get the flybys and the jump bys. Then she can actually have a wide open jumper, and she can make it all happen by herself. And she will be inbounding it right now.
Pearson still on the bench, and there you have it, the first 3 of the game.
And this time it was Hillary Hanukkah. She's attempted a couple and she makes this one. Right side of Larry. Not a lot going on inside with the two bigs on the bench. Nice step back jumper. Rattles out for Dixon. Boyago gets it past half. Polishchuk. Jab step, gives it off. Holmes, the veteran, spins off. Trying to find someone.
Good Queens defense right here, not giving them anything.
Hanukkah with the tough opportunity. Ball's on the ground. And jump ball, and that'll be McMaster's way this time. Substitutions for both sides. Robin Pearson coming back on the floor for the Gales. And to match that is the big Ali Schweitzer for McMaster.
Great play by Claire Kenny to go in there. When she's the Queens player on the floor with the ball, you don't let them sit there. You go in and grab it. And she was careful not to get the foul too, because that's something you see a lot when players go in second to get the jump ball.
Boyago, the same exact shot she's been hitting all day. A little jab step, get the player to run by her, and the free throw jumper is good.
Robin Pearson's back on the court now, so we'll see what she can do.
They feed it to her. She cannot finish this time. And quick outlet pass, Boyago. Polishchuk over the head of Hanukkah. A little bit too quick for their own good.
We saw what they were trying to do there, but it just a little too quick as Hanukkah couldn't get the handle on the ball there. But McMaster still leads 23-18.
4.5 minutes remaining in this first half. McMaster leads 23 over Queens. This is 18. In the corner is Dixon. She'll pump fake and miss wide left. Harper crosses right. She comes left, throws it up, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Nice little post move by Harper there to get hit and throw it up.
Keep running back, keep running.
Danielle Boyago has such good vision. I mean, that's what you want to look for in a point guard, but you see her, she grabbed the rebound, surrounded by a few defenders, looked up, saw 3 Marauders there. She hit Linnea Harper, and now she's at the line for 2.
Both are good. She's very successful when she gets to the charity stripe. 77% shooter. Jenny Wright takes it on a very high pass. Outside was a Larry. She missed, but tipped back out by the big Fontaine.
Good offensive rebound for the Gales. You want to get those second chance points.
Dixon thought about taking another 3, and another air ball, and Queens has been in a bit of a stalemate so far in this second.
Especially from beyond the arc, and that was one of our keys to the game when they played Laurentian in the qualifying game. They did win handily 70-44, holding Laurentian to 4 points in the fourth quarter, but they shot 20% from 3. So definitely something they probably worked on in practice, but still, they're going to want to get that shot that falls. They're down 7 now in the second quarter.
Hanukkah to Harper. Nice move up, and that's a travel before the shot. She had the pivot foot. She changed it right before her shot. And you can't do that.
Not at all, but I mean,
Because you see it again.
she had the right idea. Just took an extra step, and sometimes you almost forget out there. You see the open lane, and you forget about that pivot foot.
Nice jab step by Wright. She misses, but of course Pearson's there, and she's going to go to the line for 2 shots on another offensive board.
So strong. You see her heading to the line a lot, and that's what happens. You see the replay. When you go up for that offensive rebound, good things happen. Second chance points are huge.
Good on the first one. Very clean looking stroke from the free throw line.
Trying to cut into this McMaster lead.
Second one's missed, but Wright's there. Great post out.
Queens got that nice little bounce off the rim there.
Attempted hook by Abby Dixon, and her shot has been a little bit off today. Boyago's trying to find someone. Gives it off to Hanukkah. Hanukkah with the ISO. Offensive foul called against Linnea Harper. A little bit too much movement on the pick.
It's like a hockey hit out there. Went into that one, sent Robin Pearson flying, which
You don't see very often.
no, not at all. So Queens will get the ball back and see what they can do. Down 6. Things have been going well, but it's just this shot hasn't been falling. Not even just for Queens, for both teams.
Queens takes timeout with 2:53 remaining in this first half. And if you're Coach Dave Wilson for Queens, what do you think? What do you think he's saying to his girls? Do you think it's just going to be feed Pearson inside and try to get McMaster into foul trouble, or just keep working with what McMaster's giving them?
I mean, the thing that's been successful for them is feeding Robin Pearson. So that's something you're going to continue to do. But I'm sure that Coach Burns and McMaster knows that's what's going to happen. So you're going to want to feed like Hazlitt and Dixon on the outside. Hopefully they get going as they struggle. But I'm sure once they get a few shots to fall, they're going to keep going.
And on McMaster's side of things, it always seems to be the Danielle Boyago show, but they need to get other people really going as well.
And I mean, you're still going to look to Boyago to start getting other people going. As that point guard, that catalyst, you're going to want her to run things, and she's a very unselfish player. When you see her on the fast break, she always has her head up, not looking at the rim to see where she can go, looking at her teammates to see who's open. She trusts her teammates a lot to get open, and it's why McMaster's been so successful this year.
Right side is Dixon.
McMaster in that zone right now. Nice closeout by Boyago.
Dixon likes the corner, gives it off, and here is Pearson. Pearson with the quick handoff to Hazlitt. Hazlitt chucks it away, picked up by Harper.
Forced pass there by Hazlitt. Something you don't want to do, especially if you're down in this game. You don't want to force anything too early.
ISO and another block. That makes it 3 blocks for Robin Pearson, all in the same sort of move. A little bit of an ISO, but Pearson comes in and great help defense.
So strong down. It's tough to get anything going, especially when they start that layup so low and try and get it up. Just gives Pearson more time to get that volleyball swat going.
14 on the shot clock after the kick ball. Schweitzer takes the jumper. That's short. Big rebound by the Gales.
And you see a nice veteran move by Hazlitt there to point to right to let Fontaine know that she can take the ball up too and that she can set something up. And
Pearson has just been a menace. Excellent work by her both sides with the mid-range jumper that's just so clean off the fingers.
she now sits at 11 points, so she's nearing that double-double mark already as she's tearing it up with rebounds.
Nice pass inside from Harper. Get the easy layup for Ali Schweitzer. Dixon left side. She likes to work from the corner. Chucks one up. Again, no good, but taken away by Jenny Wright. Jenny Wright's going to take the wide open layup. She's never going to miss that.
Great play by Wright to put the pressure on Boyago, steal it, and get a wide open look. And if you're a player, there's nothing greater than just looking up, and it's you and the rim.
Hanukkah in the corner for 3. Actually, excuse me, that's Lexi Spadafora. See what Wright can do. Gives it off. Nice pump fake by Pierce, but that's a great block by Boyago. A little bit of a stop and play since the whole McMaster bench thought it was a travel, and there's going to be a step out of bounds for the Gales. But what a block by Danielle Boyago.
Oh, I know. We talked about her offensively, but defensively, she's still that quarterback, setting everything up. She's one of the faster people in the zone. You see her close out so well. She gave up the baseline there, but that's what you want to do. Force him to the baseline. Then you saw there having Queen step out of bounds.
Timeout taken by McMaster, up 4 with just under a minute remaining in this first half. Danielle Boyago really showing something, but it's the extra pass that's really working for McMaster so far.
Yeah, I mean, they get the open looks, and that extra pass is so key because once you drive and you think you're going to go, you get the defense. Queens is swarming to where the ball is, and then when someone like Boyago with the vision, she dishes it out, and you usually get a wide open look, but the shots still aren't falling for either team. Behind the arc, the percentages are just very low.
very veteran squad for this McMaster lineup. Danielle Boyago, Claire Kenny, Siobhan Manning, Andrea Polischuk, all seniors, and Rachel Holmes. Can never forget about her. But with the Queens Gales as well, kind of a young squad, except for Hazlitt, who has one more year. Abby Dixon has another year. But obviously Jenny Wright, Rob Pearson have been the faces of Gales women's basketball these last 4 years.
And you can see why Pearson is so good. She's so strong, and she's got that veteran experience. So, and it's nice if you're a rookie on the Gales to look up to someone as strong as Pearson is in the post.
Boyago takes it in. They're going to count that and the foul. That was a
Wow.
circus shot by Danielle Boyago, and she's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity. Let's take another look.
You see just that little reach in, and then Boyago has a huge smile on her face after as she gets the and one to fall.
Danielle Boyago, obviously a Hamilton native from St. Thomas More Secondary, where Kia Nurse comes from. Of course, Kia Nurse playing for the University of Connecticut and won Freshman of the Year last year.
And that UConn Huskies team is unbelievably dominant in the NCAA.
She made a good choice.
Yeah, well, I bet.
Boyago up top. Hanukkah. 20 on the game clock, 12 on the shot clock. Boyago's going to take it up and under. No good. Ball's tipped around. And last touch off the Gales.
It's like Pearson, you see her after that play looking at her hands, clenching her
didn't I get
fist, just
that?
like, I should have had that. And see if she redeems herself here.
So 8 seconds separating the shot and game clock, 16 on the game. We'll see what Hanukkah can do in the inbound. Not a lot of movement. They get it off. Jab step. Good pump fake by Linnea Harper. She's going to go to the line for 2 shots. It kind of looked like she traveled when she first got that ball. She did a little bit of a hop step.
Yeah, she had a lot of pressure on her as when you see Rob and Pearson coming toward you, sprawled out. But she made a nice pump fake and got in, and now she's at the line.
First one is good.
McMaster just extending their lead now before the half, something you love to do, going to half with a bigger lead. They're up 9 with 12.7 seconds left on the game clock.
And Coach Dave Wilson will take a timeout for Queens as they are down by 9. They're trying to cut this lead to within 6 with 12.7 seconds remaining. Do you think they're going to just let Jenny Wright do it all, or what do you think they're going to do?
I mean, they're obviously going to go for the last shot, but I think Wright's going to bring it up. She's going to have the mindset of, okay, last shot will be her, but she's going to look. They might move the ball around a bit and get it back to Wright if anything, but they're going to try and get an open look. 12.7 is still a lot of time on the clock, so they're going to just work the ball around, move it up to the half-court offense quick, and try and get the best open look you can, because down 8, you want to get anything going before the half.
Even with Queens, if they get one of their outside shots going, that's a good way to go into the halftime, finally hitting one of those outside shots that they've been needing and striving for so far in this first half.
Exactly. Jenny Wright has hit 1 3-pointer, and that happened early on in the first quarter. So since then, they've gone cold from beyond the arc, as in this game, we've had a combined 2 3-pointers. So a lot of the teams working down low. They see the shots not falling, so they're not going to keep forcing it after plenty of misses. Both coaches and teams are smart enough to go down low, and especially for Queens, it's working with Pearson.
They go inside. Pearson with that jumper. Same exact spot, same exact look, and it's good. And Boyago's going to have to huck one up, and it will not get there. So at the end of the first half, McMaster leads 32-25 over the Queens Golden Gales, but nice look for Pearson to get a couple points going into the half for Queens.
Yeah, she loves that high post, and in that high post, there's so many options. Like I said earlier, the defenders weren't on her right away, so she's not going to waste any time. She's very confident with that jumper. It's so smooth. She was into the half with 13 points. So
full team efforts by both teams so far. It hasn't been bad, but again, not the highest scoring game so far. But Christine has an interview for us. What do you got, Christine?
Hey guys, I'm here with McMaster coach Teresa Burns. It's been an incredibly tight first half. You have pulled ahead. What's been the biggest challenge so far in this game?
Well, we're dealing with a size mismatch for sure. I mean, we're outsized in 4 out of 5 positions on the floor really today, but I like the battle in our team. We're competing hard. I think the tempo is the way we want to play the game, and I like the way we're moving the ball so far. So if we can continue to compete for loose balls and make sure we get to all the 50-50s and compete hard on the boards, then I think we're going to be okay.
Okay, so what specifically do you need to work on in the second half to maintain that lead?
Just knowing where we want to put the ball. We took it to some really tough spots at times, and we allowed their size to kind of get the most of us, and we just have to be smart about where we're taking the ball and not go to those trouble spots and make sure we're finding fill behinds and finding shooters. But I like what we're doing so far. We're playing a great team. We knew this was going to be a tough game, so we're ready for a 40-minute effort.
Awesome. Well, good luck going into the second half. Liam, Kyle, back to you.
Thank you very much, Christine. We will be back with the second half right in a moment. Give us about 13 minutes as McMaster leads 32-25. Welcome back to the Bird Gymnasium. Liam Dunlop, Kyle Ryan, and Christine Midgley are on the call. 32-25, McMaster leads Queens going into the first half. And what can we say about Robin Pearson?
Oh, Robin Pearson's just playing a fantastic game, shooting 6 for 9 from the field, 8 rebounds, 14 points, 3 blocks, all over the stat sheet here. See her numbers. She's shooting 50% from the free throw line. That's maybe her only one fault here. I mean, she's playing fantastic. And another player to look at Queens, complete opposite, Emily Hazlitt, 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 2 fouls, no points, 4 turnovers. So she's going to want to step up in this second half.
And Danielle Boyago, of course, 13 points, has hit half her shots, 5 rebounds for a point guard, but she has not hit from the three-point line. So she will try to work on that. And we are back underway.
And another thing for Boyago, she has 1 assist, 1 block, and 2 steals. So
Stat stuffer.
yeah, all over the place. Don't see a lot of zeros on her stat sheet besides in the foul department.
Dixon pump fakes, goes up, misses, rebounds up on the ground. Good hustle by Kenny and Priamo to jump on that. But the arrow points McMaster's way on the jump ball.
Dixon still unable to find her touch as she's now 1 for 8 from the field in this game.
Hanukkah, Holmes, back to Hanukkah. Hot potato with Holmes. Boyago pump fakes, gives it off. Hanukkah for 3, off the back rim and missed. Strong rebound by Dixon.
Hanukkah loves that 3-point shot. That was her 6th attempt. There we talked about Hazlitt. Finally gets on the board.
Hazlitt finishes with the right hand off glass. Wide open is Holmes for 3. Again, not being able to find the 3-point line. Both teams combined for 10% from the 3-point line. Good finish. Wide open layup by Priamo on the nice dish.
Yeah. When you have Pearson and Priamo on at the same time, such a dominant duo down low in the paint.
As Coach Burns says, that's a nice block, and that's Priamo as well.
So pretty forced by Boyago right there. She had someone in the corner wide open.
Slip by Dixon as Manning is off and running. No look pass. Hanukkah jumper, good. What a nice looking stroke by Hillary Hanukkah.
That was nice there. She hits her second 3 of the game, and McMaster had numbers going down, which made that one look so much more easy.
Big block there by Kenny. And Manning cannot handle the pass. Off her knee, and right is off. 1-2 up and good. And they're going to call the foul on Boyago as well. So great work by Jenny Wright, taking the 1-2, getting hit, finishing off window, and she'll go to the line for a 3-point opportunity.
So strong there, just going in. Boyago playing such strong defense, just staying in front of her with their hands up, and Wright just put it off the glass and in.
Finishing at the line is Wright. Strong play so far from her. Now in double digits. Let's see what Boyago can do coming back. Right in the corner, dish off. Quick back and forth passing with Holmes. Holmes jab step, nice work, but he cannot roll in.
Very,
big rebound by
very
Hazlitt.
strong D by Hazlitt there. As she didn't get caught on that Hanukkah drive. She tried to get Hazlitt the pinch and dish it back out for the three, but Hazlitt saw it and closed out on the three-point shooter.
Jenny Wright gets called for traveling there, much to her dismay. Hanukkah taking over up top. Boyago cutting the same way she cut last time, but this time she'll throw up a jumper. No good. Deep rebound. Boyago gives it off. Holmes for three. Looks good, but short.
Little miscommunication on the Queens defensive end there, as twice they had two people close out on one shooter, which left someone wide open, but McMaster couldn't capitalize on that opportunity.
Larry inside. There's Priamo. She gets it blocked. And Hanukkah has a wide open lane. Gives it off. Harper. Quick passing. Boyago for three. Yes! First one of the game for Boyago, and that is a good time to do it.
This crowd gets loud here at the Burge Gymnasium as they just needed something to cheer about as they're in the lead, but that three from Boyago really sparked them.
Priamo has the post moves, does not have the finish on that one.
Strong D there from Claire Kenny.
Boyago 1-2 up, and she gets rejected by Wright, but it says, the ref says Wright's foot was out of bounds, but good take by Boyago, better defense by Wright. And here comes Robin Pearson in the game. Also in the game is Andrea Polishchuk for the Marauders.
Replacing Rachel Holmes, who did really well when she was on the court for the Marauders.
6.5 minutes remaining, 37-32 for McMaster. Remember, winner goes home. I mean, win or go home, excuse me.
I wouldn't want to win in that situation.
Yeah, win and then go home, yes, no. Harper has it outside. Big pick set there by Kenny, and Harper knew she missed the whole time.
Linnea Harper loves to shoot from three, as she was second in CIS with an average. Her percentage was 45.8 from beyond the arc.
Big deep miss. Great save by Pearson.
Knocking over one of the signs here at the Burge Gym, but foul on Wright. Look at the replay here.
Bang, bang play. That's a hard call for the refs either way. So they called it against Wright, and she will take a seat. Third foul now on her. So she's going to have to take a breather and work on some things on the defensive end so she doesn't pick up the next two. Boyago again for three. No. Big rebound attempt by Polishchuk.
Good call there, as saw it go off Pearson last, going for that defensive rebound. See the replay there, Pearson always in the paint, so strong. That's just to plant herself there, and she's always good for help defense, not letting anyone get an easy basket down low.
Picks both ways, and they give it off to Harper. She missed again, followed up her own rebound and banks it home off glass.
That's what you gotta love about Linnea Harper. She shoots it, and sometimes when she knows it's off, even if she doesn't think it's off, she sprints in to get that rebound, and you see it pay off there. Something you don't see enough of in any kind of level for basketball.
Good attempt by Larry. She missed as Boyago was all up in her. Boyago. Harper for three. No good. The three-pointers still not falling for either team.
Some nice sportsmanship there as Pearson got tangled up there. Take a look at it, and accidental, help each other up. And you see Pearson right away look over to see if Polishchuk was okay.
As you see there, Claire Kenny's going to be taking a seat. Ali Schweitzer in the game to bring some length.
Let's look to see what Emily Hazlitt has up her sleeve here. She wants to get going. She still has a couple assists, so she's doing well. She just wants and expects more out of herself.
Pearson inside Priamo. Good spin move. No finish, though. Ball's on the floor. Last touch off of Priamo's leg. Great work by Harper defensively.
And you just see an unlucky bounce there for the Gales as Dixon and Hazlitt both went for that defensive rebound strong and kind of ran into each other, giving the ball back to McMaster.
Hanukkah cuts it left. Polishchuk. Polishchuk with the jumper. No good.
Nice screen there by Linnea Harper to give Polishchuk that open look.
Hazlitt takes it all the way, but she misses. Big block there by Harper on Pearson. So Pearson getting a little bit of her own medicine. Nice quick passing and no go for Hanukkah. She gets it, gives it off. Boyago, no.
Unlucky finish for the Marauders, but fantastic ball movement for them. Coach Burns has to be pleased with that.
No go. Easy offensive rebound twice. No foul call and another miss. The Gales cannot finish and Boyago swats the ball away. Good pass inside. Foul called and Harper will go to line for 2 shots. But what's going on with the Gales down low? They get the post-up move working in their favor, but there's no finish on the offensive end as you see the foul there.
Not at all, and when you're down 7 in a quarterfinal OUA playoff game, you have to finish. Even though their outside shots aren't falling, when you get wide open looks down low like that, you need to finish. They had not 1, not 2, but multiple opportunities to get 2 points down low.
First one is good for Harper at the line. One more up, and is good. So successful trip to the line for Harper. McMaster now leads 41-32, 3.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter of this OUA quarterfinal game. Another nice take up and under, another miss. Priamo cannot get it going.
Very strong defense there by Linnea Harper down low. She's been really impressing myself in this third quarter, playing so strong offensively and defensively.
Hanukkah missed the 3-point opportunity, but Schweitzer grabbed the board, and Hanukkah missed the layup.
Pearson goes up so strong to get that defensive rebound.
Olari gives it off. Dixon trying to set something up. And one. Priamo finally gets it to go. I guess she likes to be hit while she's shooting.
I mean, take a look at the replay. Very smart play there to go into Linnea Harper and get that call and finish as Linnea Harper and Hanukkah will take a seat, but Harper playing so well in this third quarter.
Kenny back into the game along with Siobhan Manning. Offensive rebound off the miss. The jumper by Olari. Unlucky bounce.
Queens missed an opportunity there as Wright was standing at the corner of the 3-point arc, wide open calling for the ball. Just didn't get it, and McMaster comes back the other way, up 7.
Manning, nice crossover. Keeps the ball alive, goes up, and she'll go to line for 2 shots. Oh, wow. Just to keep that dribble going under pressure.
Get the replay here and see with Priamo behind her and still gets that shot up and close to going in.
Let's see what Manning can do from the line. 82% shooter on the season. She doesn't get there very often, about once per game. Misses the first one strong. Second one is true.
She's now 1 for 4 today from the free throw line, so something you want to work on, but McMaster's up 8 here, so not affecting them as of now.
Pearson has a little bit outside her comfort zone. Gives it off to Wright. Wright throws up a rainbow, but misses everything. And Manning is off. 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. 42-34, Marauders over Gales so far. Ball goes off the foot of Rachel Holmes. That'll be a turnover for the Marauders.
It's almost trying to do too much with not enough there. As you have the open look, you got to put up the shots. Instead, she tried to force something in between. I wouldn't even say a tight hole. It didn't even look like there was much of an opening there at all.
Left side right. Gives it up to the other big, Fontaine. Fontaine gets mauled by Kenny, but they get it in. Pearson, she can't hit, and Kenny with a strong defensive board and passed it out.
A lot of pressure by Queens right now.
2 seconds to get it across, and they do to Manning. Spatafora has it. Spatafora wisely passed it out, and she travels. She changed the pivot step.
Tried so hard to get that ball off before that foot landed, and just not in time there.
It's tough, as you saw. She had the left pivot foot. She picked that one up, and she used the right. So another turnover for the Gales to capitalize on. Haslett has it, gives it right side. Quick passing into Pearson at the high post. She likes it here. So Kenny will be all over her. They're gonna actually call a foul on Kenny. Not much she could do there, but active hands result in the foul for Claire Kenny.
It's only Kenny's first personal foul, so in a very good spot with only a minute left in the third quarter.
The Gales are now in the bonus as Wright throws one up. She can't get it to go. So every foul from now on in this third quarter, the Gales will be shooting free throws. Kenny wide open. No. Great defense. Kenny gets it back. She chucks up another one. She didn't know where she was. And last touch off Queens with 11 on the shot clock. McMaster has something to do. Linnea Harper on the court for Schweitzer. See what Boyago can do with the inbound.
Such strong defense there by Fontaine down low. Not giving anyone any room to get an easy layup.
5 on the clock now, but there's a foul on Haslett.
Looked like she got her hand up on Boyago. Was just trying to go around her.
Third personal on Haslett, who's been the main defender on Boyago in this one. She's on Manning here. Fresh shot clock now down to 7. Manning, Spatafora with the jumper, rattles out. Good box out by Kenny, but Wright's there to get the tip.
Queens needs to push here. Only 20 seconds left in the quarter, and they're down 8.
Wright keeps the right-hand dribble. Nice mid-range jumper, no good. Very stale. Both teams have been offensively so far. Manning gives it off. Harper hands it back off. Corner 3 is good. Siobhan Manning to end the third with that big quarter. Big 3.
What a way to end the quarter if you're McMaster. Take a look at the replay. What a beautiful shot. And it brings this crowd to life here again. Couldn't ask for a better time as they hit that, extend their lead to 11 entering this fourth quarter.
Christine has something for us. What do you got for us, Christine?
Thanks, guys. I caught up with Coach Dave Wilson at the half for Queens. Now, his focus this week has been on defensive strategy. He knows Mac has a strong offense, so limiting their points in transition is key. He's pretty happy with how that's gone this game. What the problem is offense. Now, his team is not following through at the net, so that's where he wants to see them improve in the second half. Hopefully, they're going to find those holes. We haven't seen a lot of that yet, but there still is another quarter. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Christine. Let's take a look at some third quarter highlights. Big finish there by Priamo. Nice mid-range jumper by Hanukkah. There was the and one by Jenny Wright over Boyago.
Strong play by Wright to go in and just put the shot up off the glass.
And there was Harper following her miss, finishing off glass. And there's the end of the quarter 3 by Siobhan Manning. And I totally agree with what Coach Wilson said to Christine is offense has been an issue, but defensively they're doing as good as they can against this tough McMaster squad. As we get the statistics here, Kyle, what do you see that really stands out to you?
First thing that stands out to me is Robin Pearson already had a double-double with 14 points and 12 rebounds, but then you look one player below her, Jenny Wright, 10 points and 9 rebounds, 5 of which are offensive. So you always see her crashing for the boards. But another thing that stands out is the 3-point percentage.
Yeah, not pretty.
McMaster shooting 15% and Queens shooting 9%. So Queens is down 11 here. They're going to need to get anything going if they want to climb their way back into this match.
15 offensive rebounds for Queens that they haven't been able to put back as they have the ball right here. Dixon takes it, gets it swatted away. Good hustle by Boyago to dive after that ball. Heard some knee scraping against the hardwood.
Yeah, very different than what was in here yesterday. That sports court for the OUA championship for volleyball. And take a look at the replay, and Boyago goes down hard, and she's up fine, but that's gotta hurt a little.
Wright cannot get the ball, and nice finish by Hanukkah, finishing with the left hand.
Hanukkah made that one look easy there, just driving straight to the hoop, and
no luck there for Hazlitt on the reverse.
And you see her frustrated with herself there and shook her head like, why didn't that go in? And it's just not her day on the hardwood, I guess.
Boyago deep triple, rattles out. Strong rebound by Dixon. McMaster now leads 47-34 with 9 minutes remaining in this OUA quarterfinal matchup here at the Burge Gymnasium, Hamilton, Ontario.
And you saw on that last Boyago 3, who was guarding her was Robin Pearson. So maybe that's a matchup they want to test out and see how it works.
Hazlitt misses a couple, but strong rebound by Pearson, and she finishes with the right hand, of course.
If Queens wants any chance at coming back in this one, they need to keep feeding Robin Pearson. Yeah. She's doing so well. She's so successful down low. 16 points, 13 boards, 5 of which are offensive, so she's going to have to keep getting opportunities. Another rebound there.
Boyago could not finish. There's Hazlitt. She can't get the end one to go, but she will go to the line for 2 shots. She's staying aggressive even though she's not playing very well offensively. Only 2 points with 4 turnovers, but she'll go live to try to double her total.
And this is when she needs to capitalize on opportunities. She's about 1 for 11 from the field, so not successful, only 9%. She can't hit her free throw either, so she must be so frustrated right now. Nothing's going her way, and it's been the entire game.
Misses both free throws. But Kenny's trying to save the ball. She knocks it out of bounds.
And you see a nice move there by Andrea Primo to go up to her after she missed that second one. Give her a little hug and say, it's okay, like you gotta keep working. One of the leaders on this team is Hazlitt, so you don't want her to be down and out of it.
Primo there just cannot find a way to squeeze through a couple of Marauders and lose the ball. And Harper's cutting baseline, gives it off to Kenny. And a travel call on Manning.
Take a look at the replay here.
Double step.
Two minutes gone in this quarter, and Queens still hasn't cut into the deficit at all. So they only scored 9 points in the third quarter. They're going to definitely need to up that if they want to have a chance at coming back in this one.
Good take by Dixon, hard into the lane. She'll go to the line for 2 shots. First one's good.
Dixon, another player, that's her 3rd point today. She's also 1 for 11 from the field. Makes her 2nd one. Queens is only down 9, but Haslett and Dixon need to get going because Pearson can't do it all for this team. See a lot of pressure on defense now.
Harper, Hanukkah for 3. Good!
It's going to be hard to come back if McMaster is going to make shots like that.
And get wide open shots like that
exactly.
as well, Kyle.
They put a lot of pressure on, but when you put pressure on, sometimes you get lost and caught up in the moment that someone is left open.
Dixon had the ball knock off Boyago's foot. So they'll get a fresh 14 for Haslett to do something with. Haslett looking inside to Pearson, gives it back. Haslett wide open triple. No. Big rebound by Boyago.
She's 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, and just not her day. I mean, she's worked so hard, and you see her still working out there, and just offensively not going well for her.
Boyago now with a double-double with rebounds, 16 points and 10 rebounds for a point guard. Outstanding work. Claire Kenny got called for the offensive foul there for pushing. So with under 7 minutes remaining, 12-point lead for McMaster that the Gales will try to cut into here. Ball gets taken away, and there's going to be a foul on Pearson. Good work by Kenny to get the ball back for her team.
It's kind of funny there as Claire Kenny hooks up and the ball just falls right into her arms. You see the Queens bench trying to get their team going, any motivation, because right now 6:41 left on the game clock. McMaster is up 50-38.
Kenny will take a seat for Schweitzer. See what she can get something going down low as they find it easy, quick pass to Holmes to get past the timeline. In the corner for Boyago. Boyago kicks it out. Another nice pass. Hanukkah for 3. Yes! What a great extra pass by Rachel Holmes.
Very unselfish McMaster team right there. Boyago to Holmes, who could have shot it, but gave it to Hanukkah, who a wide open look, and McMaster extending their lead to 15 points.
Pearson, great defense by McMaster, and taken away by Haslett, and the foul.
See how pumped up she is after that one. Finally getting her shot to go. See if that sparks her and this Queens team at all, because 6 minutes left. They need something now.
Coach Anne-Marie Thus not very pleased with the amount of calls going against her team. As Haslett finished at the line as well. Queens now in the bonus for the next 6 minutes of this 4th quarter, and that's huge in a playoff game.
Exactly, especially when you're trying to come back. So McMaster has to be careful, because you don't want to send Queens to the line all the time, because just giving them a chance at free points. Very strong defense by Queens right here.
Pearson shuts the door on Schweitzer, but she gets a jumper, and Rachel Holmes gets shoved. And I think that's number 4
that's
going
4.
against Jenny Wright.
Coach looks like he's just going to let her stay.
Wow. That could be huge. I think they might have to pick on her right now. Try to get her to pick up that 5th.
What you want to do when someone has 4 fouls.
Hanukkah in Boyago. Boyago stop pop. A little too strong, but great offensive board by Rachel Holmes. Fresh 14. Hanukkah handoff. Boyago, big pick set there by Schweitzer, and they're going to call the foul. Sticking the leg out is Abby Dixon to trip up Boyago.
See the foul there on the replay, but you look at it about 40 seconds ago. Queens was in the bonus, and they only had 1 team foul, and now Queens has 3 team fouls.
Yeah.
So next foul puts McMaster in the bonus. So there goes your advantage.
Holmes gives it off to Schweitzer. Chucks it up and good. Rachel Holmes with a great mid-range jumper from the baseline.
And it seems like McMaster's finally finding their stroke from the field. They've made a lot of shots and a lot of important shots.
Nice take by Aleri.
But now when Queens starts to make their shot is when McMaster's making their shot, so it evens themselves out. And Queens needs to take that one step and go ahead because they're the one down 12 points right now.
Past the halfway mark of this fourth quarter, 55-43, Marauders lead the Gales. And Hanukkah's going to take it in. Nice bounce pass into Schweitzer, and Schweitzer finishes off glass. No go for Hazlitt as she attempts to get knocked again. Hanukkah just gets it past the timeline. 4 minutes remaining.
Slow things down here.
Hanukkah, Holmes, no.
I think this crowd would have erupted
Yeah.
if that one went in. You heard the sigh when that one missed.
See what Wright can do. She's been quiet the second half. Move around the traffic. Inside to Pearson, she can't handle it, but gets it back. Good post up against Schweitzer. Up and under move, she loses it. Schweitzer gets the ball, and that is a shot clock violation. Great defense by Allie Schweitzer.
Fantastic double team there, and you see Pearson after looked at the referee and do a push motion, but there was nothing bad about that play, just a fantastic double team, and that's what you got to do. Pearson was so dominant, but putting the double team on has kind of slowed her down a bit as you check out the scoreboard, and McMaster is up 14.
Give it up to the coaching staff of the Marauders. Coach Burns said going into the half that there was a size disadvantage on multiple aspects, and they've really worked to push in the double team, especially on Pearson and Priamo, and not allow it to be easy for them. And it's really worked in the favor of the Marauders with 3.5 minutes remaining in this OUA quarterfinals. Again, the winner plays the winner of quarterfinal C, which is between Carleton Ravens and the Windsor Lancers, who are both powerhouses.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being from Windsor and everything, I've experienced the 5 CIS championships in a row, and it's truly remarkable. Not even just OUA, they've won 6 of the last 7 OUA, and just unbelievable. And this Carleton, always a contender, but I mean, when that Windsor team was in their prime, you know how dominant they were.
Yeah, well, being with McMaster on the radio station, just whenever Windsor came in, you knew it wasn't going to be fun. And even going out to Windsor in their beautiful stadium, it's just
a lot of upgrades to the St. Denis Center up there. I remember way back when they had the wooden bleachers out there, and now they have the nice
beautiful
blue
track.
seats. So
yeah,
it's a nice city.
And Windsor just defeated the McMaster men's by 1 earlier today. So Windsor will be moving on to the Final Four of the OUA in men's.
It was a very impressive victory for the Lancers men's team earlier on at the Burge Gym.
Hanukkah has 2 to do something with. She passed it away. Buzzer didn't sound because Queens had possession. 1-2 up and foul by Boyago, as Aleri will go to the line for 2 shots.
You see Queens still pushing, but when you look at the scoreboard, McMaster's up 14 points. So Queens is in need of almost a miracle, you could say, because you look at the score sheet, 10 points in the first, 15 in the second, 9 in the third, and they need 14 alone to stop McMaster in the fourth. So offensive rebounds like that will help your chances.
The 2 were split. Dixon goes up and she finishes strong. The lead now cut to 11. Polishuk wisely gives it off to Hanukkah.
See Hazlitt putting a lot of pressure on whoever has the ball at the top of the 3-point arc.
8 for Hanukkah to do something with. Just Pearson on her. Throws it up. Jumper, Polishuk, no. But look at Jenny Wright come out of nowhere and snag that defensive board.
Queens needs to push here, and they can't take long. They need to get a shot up and score quick. There's only 2:15 left on the game clock.
The take for Hazlitt's no good. She tries to hustle to keep it in bounds, but she steps out of bounds. She flew.
Yeah, I mean, she shot that, then all of a sudden she's the first one to touch the ball. So great effort by Hazlitt. You can see she's frustrated, but she hasn't given up at all. And that's one of the key qualities you see in great players these days. They might be off, but they never give up until the buzzer goes.
2:09 remaining, and McMaster takes a timeout, trying to cool their players off a little bit. A little bit of a run of 4 points for Queens, but as you were just alluding to, they haven't had over 15 points a quarter so far in this one, and they have to put up 11 just in this 2 minutes alone. So they're going to need some kind of burst offensively for the Gales to get back into this and make it to the OUA Final Four.
And they've had trouble even stopping McMaster, who's finally found their stroke from the field. So I mean, I don't know. Right now, it looks like McMaster is on the road to the Final Four, but I mean, Queens, if you're in that timeout right now, you're just telling them it's not over yet. It's still 2:09. Only a few possessions away and a few stops, and I mean, if they make a three-pointer, that motivates you that much more on defense, and it puts McMaster on their heels more so. So you never know. We'll just see how they come out of this timeout.
McMaster will have a full 24. They have to get it over in 8 seconds. They do not want to get a 8-second violation and give up the ball. As I say, give up the ball. That's exactly what the Marauders do.
With 2 minutes left, this is exactly what Queens needs.
Dixon stop, pop, and drop. Good quick basket for the Gales.
They're putting a lot of pressure on McMaster right now, and great effort right there by Hilarious. She tried to come from behind, and that's what you got to do in situations like this. You got to risk it. Yeah, you take the foul, but you're a couple inches away from a foul or a steal, which you desperately need at this time in the game.
Holmes left inbound, just gets it into Hanukkah for the 5-second violation. Hanukkah, Boyago for three. No, off to the left, and Pearson with another rebound.
Queens needs to push here quick. 1:40 left on the game clock.
Wright gets it up. Good foul there by Harper. Wright will go to line for 2 free throws, and she can cut this lead to within 10.
And I mean, it looks like Queens got a burst of energy coming out of that timeout. It's something the coach must have said, because the style they're playing too, they aren't trying to force up the threes. They know the past couple games they haven't been successful. So why keep forcing shots up? They're now within 7 points. So I mean, keep doing what they're doing. Drive to the rim, get those easy twos, and look at this pressure they're putting on McMaster and Boyago.
Quick passing left side. Harper for three, no good. Another
huge rebound
by Pearson. See what Hazlitt can do. Hazlitt up, hands it off, right, up and good. Wow. 5-point game now, 57, 52, 1:15 remaining in this fourth quarter, and that's exactly what Gales needed to do.
Wow, just what we were talking about coming out of the timeout. They came with a burst of energy. The Queens faithful who made the trip down from Kingston here are in for a good one. As wow, just less than a minute ago it was an 11-point advantage, and now 5 points, which is just 2 possessions. So I mean, the way Queens is playing, they're getting the stops. Pearson down low. If she doesn't get that rebound, it's completely different. Goes up so strong, gets it, and pushes, and they're full court press now. Everything just going Queens' way.
All these players that were struggling as well for Queens have completely erased that from their memory, and they've started off strong to end up this fourth quarter, and absolutely outstanding team effort by both these teams. We will have to see how this remaining 1:15 solves itself. Is again, the winner goes to the Final Four of the OUA, and the loser goes home.
Exactly, and you saw the nice drive by Emily Hazlitt there. She didn't force up the shot, which was great. She went up and then found someone else, and she found the trailing Dixon who put in the deuce. So I mean, down 5. Holmes is going to inbound from McMaster on the sideline, and I'm sure both coaches drew up a play, so we'll see what happens.
They're going to give it out to Hanukkah.
Still lots of time on the clock. You don't have to foul yet.
No, you don't. Boyago's going to try to find something, gives it off to Kenny up top. Kenny throws it away.
Wow.
Big play there defensively, and there's a timeout taken the other way by Queens, but that's not what you want if you're a Marauders fan at all.
Not at all. That's the last possible thing you wanted because you didn't even get a shot attempt. And it's funny because we were just talking about them being down 14 points, and they went on a complete tear, down 5 with the ball. So I'm sure the whole bench is pumped up. The crowd's into it. Their coach probably drawing up a couple plays because a couple scenarios could happen. They could drop a play, get a shot, get the offensive rebound, drop a different play, and see the sign, if you're not right, you're wrong. And
I kind of like that.
yeah, I mean, Jenny Wright really stepped up. She has 4 fouls too. You got to remember that. So
She had 4 fouls for most of this fourth quarter as well, and she's played very wise, very strong, and very heady to not pick up that 5th foul and get disqualified from this game.
which is always tough because when you are playing with 4 fouls, the opposing team, especially when Mac was up 13, they tried to go at her a little more. And usually when you're at 1 or less, only a couple fouls, you go in when someone's driving and going for defense. But when you have 4, you just back away, so it's a lot easier for the offense to get a couple points. But Queens has overcome that. And 1:01 left on the clock. McMaster at 57-52.
Because of the timeout taken, Queens will get it at the 3-point line extended. Big take there by Larry, and it's good.
Wow.
And timeout taken McMaster's way. And look at the difference in momentum just on the faces of these players. Larry, great take to the bucket. Now only a 3-point game with 57.5 remaining, and look at that take.
Wow.
A little bit too quick for Harper.
What a drive. And I mean, we were just talking about at the 2-minute mark, McMaster was up 11.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what's crazy about the game of basketball. Anything can happen in the matter of a couple minutes, and we've seen that so far as McMaster only leads by 3.
Especially with the shot clock. When you put pressure, it's all about momentum too. When you make a basket, your bench gets into it, you get into it, you're pumped up on the floor, and then they put McMaster on their heels, like I said earlier, coming around that timeout. Put them on their heels, gotta stop, scored, gotta stop, scored. And then that's when the crowd got into it for Queens. The bench got into it. They're all pumped up, and now look at the scoreboard, a 1-possession game.
And on the other side, McMaster's thinking, oh no, I didn't think this was gonna happen. They're coming back steadily, and there's still plenty of time on the clock.
Now, this is when you have to turn to your veterans, like Danielle Boyago, and have her calm her team down, tell them it's okay. Rachel Holmes, the veteran, on the court too. This is when they need to step up, be the leader they are, and do what they did earlier and continue that. We'll see here as the game continues.
Just getting it in to Boyago. Holmes right side. Takes a couple jab steps, gives it off to Kenny. Foul called. Great work by Siobhan Manning, taking it right in the chest. And that is Jenny Wright's 5th foul. She will be disqualified from this game. And that is huge. The best player on this Queens team will be sitting out the rest of this 45 seconds, and you never know if it's going to go into overtime. But what a great career for Jenny Wright.
Exactly. She gets a standing ovation from the Queens faithful in attendance here at the Burge Gymnasium.
And there's another timeout called. And
so one thing about basketball, the last 2 minutes, if it's close,
it could last 30 minutes.
Exactly.
You see it happen all the time in March Madness.
Yeah, it's a lot better than the NBA or March Madness because they don't get nearly as many timeouts.
For sure. But they have commercial breaks. And
exactly.
For us, we just have to keep on rambling.
Technical timeouts and all this stuff. So it's been a good day of basketball here at the Burge Gymnasium. Some OUA quarterfinal action.
Let's see what Siobhan Manning can do from the line. 45 seconds remaining. She has 2 shots.
She's 1 for 4 from the line today. Huge free throws is coming up.
First one rattles in.
being ahead by 4 is so huge late in the game because it makes it a 2-possession game no matter what.
Both are good for Manning, and those are clutch. And another timeout on the floor.
I think there's no timeouts left per team, so that's a big turning point too, because now the team's gotta. This is your final timeout for McMaster and Queens, so you gotta talk things through about the 45 seconds left on the game clock. No more timeouts to call in between every play, so we'll see what both experienced coaches draw up, and I mean, it's turned into a fantastic game here at the Burge Gymnasium.
It definitely has. So at one point it looked like McMaster was going to run away with it, but that's not at all what is going to happen. And those guys are trying to propose to a couple of the Marauders.
Danielle Boyago and Rachel Holmes.
So very popular figures. And if you're Coach Burns, you just want your team just to be no fouls. Don't give up a quick foul. But if you're going to foul if a player is driving to the basket.
Exactly.
But do not allow an and one.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is give up a soft foul when someone's driving, give them an and one, because a 3 could possibly make it a 2-point game. So the crowd's going to get into it here. Everyone's getting into it as this game's coming down to the wire.
And it gets picked off. And Boyago's just going to waste as much time as possible, and she gets fouled. Great read by Danielle Boyago, and she will go to the line for 2 shots, and that is absolutely clutch.
What a play by Boyago there. As she read that inbound play like yesterday's newspaper, you could say. And I mean, like we said earlier about your veterans stepping up. Such a clutch moment to step up, and she drained both free throws, extending the lead to 7, which is huge because a couple minutes ago it was 3.
And with no timeouts, Queen has to get something going quick, and without Jenny Wright, they're without their best player. They get it in. That could have been the and one that they needed, but Priamo will go to the line for 2 shots. Nice strong foul by Rachel Holmes.
Priamo's second trip to the line today. She's 0 for 1. She went for an and one earlier in this game.
First one is missed.
Something you can't do late on in this game, but you hear Coach Teresa Burns telling her team, box out, box out. You don't want to give up that offensive rebound right now, giving Queens another chance at a point.
The second one is good, and there's a couple substitutions coming on the floor. Sarah Saptich, we haven't seen all game. She is now in, and Siobhan Manning for McMaster.
Putting in your strong defenders, it looks like.
Boyago's just way too quick. And she'll go to line again for 2 shots. Try to ice this one.
Queen's foul on Abby Dixon is her second.
Saptich quickly gets out for Priamo. They wanted to use a little bit of a speed lineup with her. The first one is good.
Very clutch down the stretch. The way Boyago's playing. Look at all the small things. How quick she is on those inbounds to get the ball in and run up the court knowing she's going to get fouled, and then making these free throws down the stretch.
Offensive foul going against Priamo, giving it right to the face of Boyago. And again, Boyago said that word so many times. She has just been an absolute stud so far.
Just a great leader. Someone you love to have on your team.
And they get it to her. They try to trap her, and they foul. So Boyago will go to the line for another 2.
Great by Boyago there not to panic. Double teamed in the corner. A place you never want to be on the court because you have the 2 out of bounds as defenders. So you're basically you against 4 objects. And I mean, she kept her dribble and fought through it. So great leadership. And now she's back at the line trying to extend this lead to double digits.
First one is good. Danielle Boyago is McMaster's leading scorer for a career.
6 straight free throws for Boyago. She's at 22 points on the night.
Hazlitt for 3, missed right, ball's on the ground. And good work by Hanukkah. Take it up. Boyago has all day to waste as much time as possible.
Looks like they're just going to dribble it out here. Standing ovation from the crowd for this McMaster team. Huge smiles on the faces of everyone.
Big win for McMaster, and they are off to face the winner of Carleton and Windsor as the final is 65-55. But what a great work by this entire McMaster team at the end. But Queens fought till the very end as well.
Yeah, Queens was down 14 at one point, and we talked about it, that they weren't going to have enough, but after that timeout, they come out strong, bring it within 3, but then McMaster used a timeout, and that's when Danielle Boyago took over.
Yeah.
6 straight free throws, a steal, dribbling through pressure, just fantastic. And I mean, you got to love when your team leader steps up like that.
That's what we expect from her. I've been watching her since she was a rookie here, and just outstanding work. But as I've said, it hurts to miss Jenny Wright in that last couple minutes, especially just rushing the floor and having that outside game.
Yeah, she played so well down the stretch too, and during the game, you remember that and one right over Boyago off the glass and in, and she really picked it up towards the end when she really needed to, and that's when your other leader for Queens really steps up.
So good work by the Gales, but better by McMaster as the final, as I said, 65-55, and a standing ovation the players give to the crowd as this will be their last game at home for the season. And Christine has an interview for us. Who you got for us, Christine? Sorry about that, just a little bit of technical difficulties going both ways. So as we finish off, we'll leave you with some highlights as the final McMaster 65, Queens 55. For Kyle Ryan and Christine Mitchley, I'm Liam Dunlop, and thank you for watching OUA TV.